take a moment of silence and invoke the presence of the Mother for the manifestation of true honor.
Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate. Vanakkam. My name is Ramalingam. I have come from a nearby village called Kuilapaling. For my understanding, that is the first village nearby to Auroville when it was started 1968. My first contact person was Shyamala and Varadarajan when I was young. We were having a evening education. That's the only way to bring the connection with the neighboring villages to know Auroville. There were many children. Not only having a education, also physical education, where we had children, about 350 children participating in sports activities. And it was managed by Shyamala, Varadarajan, and one person called Hector, and also Ambashankar from Aurovindo Ashram. After some time, there was a problem for financial management, not only our activities in Auroville, for various reasons. The project is discontinued. I was very young. So after not completing, disconnected from education from its standard, I start involved in various construction activities as an employee at a very young age. This is a family circumstances. It was very difficult to manage without having the income. Age of 15 that I got employed in one of these polyester here aspiration. It was managed by Bhavan. Now we call him Bhavan Das. His name was different. Even slowly we're forgetting that's the real name of the people. And Louis Coyen. After some time, even the factory has been closed for some reasons. I was participating in various activities in Auroville, up to becoming a gardener and work in communities. And then our family was a weaver. We produced cloths. And my father already gave me a chance to learn. And I've learned. That skill after some time, that activities or producing cloths has been gone. We don't know what reason it was. So in our village, entire is washed out. There's no more weaving sections in the villages. Then I went to nearby village in Pondicherry. Sometimes I was doing this work, and it was difficult for me to leave in the early morning and come back overnight. So again, I have come back to Auroville and start my employment at the age of 19. So during this time, being in education with the Shyamala and Varadarajan, and then age of 20, that we have no connection at all. But during the period when we were with them, they gave an opportunity to know a little bit, not so much. We were not very much concentrating on what they tried to explain us because very young. And around the age of 22, I have decided to join Auroville. Don't know anything spiritually connected to the project of Auroville, what mother wanted at all. And after joining Auroville, I began to work with Mr. Ramachandra Rao called Seven. He told me a few things about it. What's Auroville, what's Auroville, what is mother. And we got a chances to take books and to read, to try to understand a little bit about their background, how they come from. Because Sri Aurobindo was a freedom fighter, so we can easily, then how this connection was happened to Sri Aurobindo and mother. And slowly to know only out things of them, not their internal spiritual activities, basic about them. So while I joined Auroville and being started with the Ramachandra Rao 7, and then after some time going through this architectural design office called Fourth Dimension, I'm a draftsman. The same time, there's a first community that I started to live, it's called Fraternity. So most of the people in French, very serious about Aurobindo's and mother's vision about Auroville, what is Auroville. And even though we are being in the community, that time it was a very difficult moment with various issues, and they were very serious about the mother's vision to bring it up for materialization, and we were there together. But after some time that we have to separate from that, I left the place and I was going everywhere, different communities to get a shelter. It was not that easy. Even I'm talking, this is almost 82, 83, 84, so getting a shelter is not easy, very difficult for various reasons, even simple huts. Some utility that I got some hut to stay there, and it was difficult for me because that time I got interested to study French in Alliance Française. My class hours, it starts at 6:30, it goes on up to 8:30, and return back from Pondicherry to Auroville by cycling. It was big, very difficult it was because those days not very much electricity available. It's a dark and I have to go on the Greenbelt side. But I managed to go for 1 year to complete. And second year also I started during this timing, it doesn't work for me to continue and I have to stop. During this period when I'm returning back, I used to go to La Boutique Auroville, Pondicherry, and it was managed by Subir. I would go in the evenings sometimes to know about many things. He also helped me. While being in fraternity is my shelter, and I would start to learn cooking. Cooking, it's one of the fashion by my family, but they were running a small tea shop and they were giving food also to the people. Somehow that I got this opportunity to know, to learn something very basic with my mother. So while I was in fraternity, that we have a rotation of cooking systems, and the day comes me to do this cooking, and I start to show what is my capacity and ability to cook. And the taste of the food, it was very much attract people, and they encouraged me to learn more. They were giving some input. Even though they built also one small oven that I have to make many things in that oven, which is inspiration which I got it, something like that. And then I heard about it. They are looking people to work in Bharataniva's children's lunch to prepare meals to the school children. I just approached them and say what I want to do. They will come to me and then they give a first job is to dishwash if anybody goes in restaurant. Dishwash because I'm not qualified person to be in the kitchen to prepare a food. One moment came that somebody absent then asked me, can you make some sambar? I said, that's the first time I start in my food preparation, sambar for larger scale, about 600 to 700 students we were supplying food. By tasting the food and they found, oh, very good. Then they gave me, you take the in charge of the kitchen. Okay, food preparation. Then I became in charge. Also, I had some labor problem because previous people, at a time that all of them stopped, their sisters, they stopped, I don't know what to do. Then I tried to go to Isambalam, bring some girls from there and train them, teach them from that stage itself. They can cooperate with me to chop vegetables and the rest I can take care. I started managing the whole kitchen suddenly like that within a month. That was a big challenge for me to make a food for these school children. And I managed it. And then they give me the responsibility to, an executive to go get the money and bring and make a menu and I manage with that menu within the budget what they provide me. It was very good. And I think it's 85 or I think 85. The year of 85, I had the chances to go to America to improve my culinary knowledge. Then I handed over to someone who was helping me. Then I went to America and come back. Within short period, due to my father was sick. I could not able to even be there to continue, to complete my program. Anyway, even that learned that program will not support Auroville because it's non-veg. It is a seafood restaurant. Some technology only I can pick it up from there. And wherever I go, that I found the food that what we are preparing in India, in Auroville, is much better than that food style. But I always have the curiosity to know from other side what they do, what type of food they're eating, how it is. It is highly impossible. It's lots of food been stored in the freezer. So I have returned back and then I have no job what to do. Meanwhile, I tried to get engaged in revelation with the prema, auro mode, and being as a supervisor. At the same time that I have given that La Boutique Devil Pondicherry to manage. So I do off-day work here and off-day work in Pondi, managing the both. And one moment they have constructed this solar kitchen. When it is shifted from here to there, the man who was managing this solar kitchen after me, called Giuseppe, from the beach area where I was in Gokulam, is incapable to organize this one. They found it is unable to manage. They called me again. I went there. I took over the solar kitchen food preparation centers with lots of people. We went up to 1,200 lunches every day. Very interesting, this preparation of lunches. At 10:30, we have to give a food to the children who are younger, much younger, say 5 years or 4 years, I don't know exactly. Then 11:30 to the school children, and you will have to be very careful with these spices which you're putting inside that should be accepted by, so we are. And by 12, then it's for adult who are coming to eat. It was 1 year, very well, everybody has appreciated the food very much. It was nice. Some problem internally to organize, because I found that the food which I was preparing within the 3 different timings to delivery, it became a commercialized attitude. Fast, move fast. So I brought, this is not the way to do the preparation of the food. You have to give a more time, slowly. Then you bring the healthiness insights, like not overcooked, not speedy cooking. So I decided to split the team who are helping me into 2 timing to come. One comes in the morning 7, another one comes in little late 8 o'clock, so we can able to have a more time to do this preparation. Children food is very carefully, so we need more time to do this. There was no cooperation from the people, and I said then there is no reason for myself to be here. Consciously, something which I want to do here, the food to be prepared for childs, doesn't work. So I told them that I'm leaving if you don't give your cooperation. They are okay. So I left. When I left, I became jobless. Also don't have a permanent place to stay. One of my friend, very good friend, and lived in Auroville, called Sharnam in Dana. She's my best friend and mother. She told me that now you have one houses, there is one project available. You contact Mr. Will Sullivan from CSR. He will help you. So I think this project something to do with the quiet, and the project being presented and fundraiser was the names not coming to me. Maybe later I'd say people know about it. I went and Bill Sullivan and said, okay, I can able to take up this project. Are you okay for it? Because the donation came, it's lying there for more than 2 years. Nobody wants to go because it's a big task. The land kept empty for more than 10 or 15 years. And it trespasses by the 3 villages. So I have to go on and protect that land about 14 acres, if I remember well. So he appreciated very much. Yes, I support you. You can go and start. Then I started the project. First, we have to make a fence. So when you want to make a fence, there is a lot of resistance come from the fishermen and the neighboring villages, people who have been using that land as a trespass or like passage. I have to manage with the help of friends from Auroville. They supported me and able to complete that work. Managed to put a fence. Okay, fence is done. So several times they broke. They came also to fight. Many things has happened, but we managed to put the fence to cover and gate. I have developed my own nursery of the bougainvilleas, and then I planted also bougainvilleas around the fence. It was also growing very nice. Then they brought that we need to put a windmill. So I digged a well myself, go into the ground down and putting up these rings of the cement rings. And it's about 3 meters, more than 3 meters I'm not able to go. The moment I take up the soil, immediately lots of water coming from there and it's going in a totally wrong direction of all the rings. So I decided to stop that part at that moment. There was enough water for to set up a windmill. After successfully completed this one, also some of these old coconut trees dying, and I just cut and I put a new one up been planted. There was a new people came to live there, that is organized by these health group centers, and they were supposed to assist me, but it's went on other way around. That does not bring me comfortable to continue my work there. Also, there was allegation on me saying that I'm cut off these coconut trees. A man came just 1 month ago that is complaining about me. And also those project holders, without consulting me, they write allegation on me and send to working committees. That all brought me into unhappiness to be there. And I was thinking to move from there. So one moment I was sitting in the evening, I was talking to mother and saying, where can I do, where I go? I'm running everywhere since I came to Auroville. It's almost 2000. 83 when I came from there, it's 2000. The answer came to me, there are parcel of land nearby. It's called Auroville. Actually a southern side of Repo. Unutilized. Actually that land is the first laundry service been provided. I think a person called Poonam who have been staying there. I'm going to see. Then being in quiet before I'm leaving, I contacted the project holder and I told him that I'm leaving in 1 month. I don't feel comfortable to continue here and find someone to take over. So meanwhile, I started to fencing the area of the Gokulam. Huge area it was, very nice. Then one day overnight before I shipped from Quiet to Gokulam, someone called me that somebody put a fire on the fence. The reason was that places was used to sell liquors. So I have to contact Krishna Tiwari from our model to help me to remove this shop from there. With the help of police, he removed. So people were angry and they set the fire on my fence where I put. Choki, we came and I will stop the fire and people from villages helped me for this and rebuild the fence again. Meanwhile, the day passed. 1 month crossed, then I checked with the project holder. I told him, tomorrow I'm leaving, you find somebody. So they tried to put somebody there to release me. It was happened. I left. Then I started to be in Gokulam, it's named Gokulam. And I started to develop the place little by little. All with the effort of my source from me only. I have not taken anything from Auroville. And it has come. But my intention was shifted to that place is also to create a school for that side children. They don't have the school facilities. We have school facilities from Auroville outreach children, outreach school children is Bombay-Palayam we have, Kotakarai, Kuilapalayam, and Alamupam of these, but no at Mudaliyar Chavadi, there was no school. I don't have a very much contact with the people from outside or who can help me about the project, how to write the project and get approved. So I failed to do this work. Then I started to create a dairy, buy cows from Auroville and then to go on. This was successful. And practically it also became a problem because it needs more land. With the type of land already I'm having more than 24 animals. Very difficult to maintain with that. So I was looking outside. With the help of land service that I could, got some land, but it is too far near Sadhana forest to ship there. And then somebody told me near Kotakarai. I went there and I established, made a construction, everything done there. About 15 to 20 animals can put. So when I shipped my animals from Gokulam to there, in first year itself I found that there is a diseases affected area. I did not know that. They got into immediately foot and mouth disease. So I'll have to remove cows from there immediately to bring back to the previous place. In between time, I had a problem with the labor. I have to close that unit in Kottakarai and maintain that one also. In between, I have not done anything big achievement. But 2006, exactly 2000, I was planning to go to America one time. And suddenly a man crossed and said that, what are you doing? No, I'm just here, I can't be able to develop this place in Kottakarai, there's a problem there. I was also doing some cultivation, not only dairy. I was growing rice there. And he told me, why don't you come and join land service? Then I thought, oh, mother did not want me to go to America, be here to do the work. Okay, I give the first priority for that work than going America. I went the next day to his office, he was joking on me. Oh, you have come. I was joking, whatever it is, but I thought it's a serious matter that you call me. It's up to you now. So he said, all right, you join us. I joined, and then the responsibility I got is land management. So my responsibility is to visit all the lands, to check all the lands, check all the boundaries, and watch there is no, how do you say that? People crossing the field, trespassers. And if there are an issue comes that we will have to go for legal action, going to police station and going to court, assist the advocate and lead the cases into the court. Up to that stage, I have to follow up. So any cases starts, and I have to provide the history of the family, how they got land, etc. It was quite challenging work. I did that for some time. So one moment for when they do the one land purchase, it was not clear to me the amount of money spent. I asked some questions, and the answer was not fulfilled my question. Then I told them that I'm not happy to continue here, I'm leaving. So I left that job too. Then I don't know what to do in between time, that until 2004, I was outside doing my culinary activities. There's schools of people come from Finland. They have here vocational courses they took. It was managed by Auroville. I being appointed as a chef, preparing food 6 months a year. I able to manage with that my life. I leave the job for some reason, and I've been asked to join LRM, now it's called Land Resource Management, to continue my work again. It's called Land Service, Land Matters. And being with them, work was okay. It's a big lawn work, it's went on all right, but not 100% as I wanted. Even I had a problem, there's lots of lands that have not been utilized, and it's bringing a lot of problem also. So while I being with them, one incident took place in Gokulam, where I was, with my absence. I was not there. So it has become a big issue. Then I have decided to close the guest house activities, whatever I was doing, I closed. Then 2004, we had the tsunami problem. Fence gone, security is all gone, and I became alone. Even though I have a wife and children, but I came alone. They shipped the place to safety locations. I was being alone there, and I'm trying to manage and maintain the asset. Within 2 years after that, the sea erosion started, taking away the soils. They took away also my house, which I built there and staying. So I becoming a houseless, no house even to stay there. Lots of land had been taken away. The area became very shortened. I don't know what to do. I've been asked by a land board, while I was working in even land resource management, to give that land back to Auroville and to move into inside Auroville, as it is a request of the organic board chairman, Mr. Karan Singh. So then I approached them, okay, I'm ready to hand over the land to, and then shift into Auroville. Because no house, how can I stay in Gokulam? They have agreed and then sent the people to make a valuation of the existing assets, and they could come up with that. Actually, it's lucky that all these programs happened before this erosion takes place. Otherwise, the whole building would have been gone without any proof there. Then the FMC was working closely and to ask me to present my project, so I ready to submit my project. And they have agreed to go stage by stages to build what requirement to become a farmer, to make a farmer. But every time I'm challenging. Already started Gokulam itself, where there is nothing. Also the quiet started, there is nothing there. Now the third place again, there is nothing, it is a Sustenance Farm which I have to start one more. Every time that it is always challenging, the problems more come from outside than from inside too. I have to challenge everybody to do these projects. There was lack of misunderstanding from within our own brothers and sisters in Auroville. I could not realize why this kind of resistance comes. I always focus very much relevant on others, what they say about this project, what are the resistance comes, where it comes. There are moments where I come to realize that it doesn't come from outside, it comes from myself, from inside. That I try to realize and then try to control, not to lead in the direction, to change myself, or rather look the changes from others. That's a moment, I think it was 2010, where I began to realize many more issues which is happening to my life. Being an independent, not get married till the age of 30, all my sisters and brothers married. Then I decided to marry. Then the family one side, I became a one side from 2000, it was 2004, 2005 onwards. Then again I tried to start something here, farming sector, there also I'm getting problems, I'm not getting the support in time from our own communities. What I was learnt is pushing any matter will not happen, it will happen on its own rhythm and time. When something to be done, to be decided to be done, something, it will happen. Be sincere, devotion and dedication is that line, and it will happen in time. No need to push that matters. When the challenge came to me to establish a new farm, 1 year I could not able to manage because fund was not granted, and I was struggling a lot. So at the time only, it's mother's support to me. She sent a expert to meet me, called Mr. K. Mahadevan, retired officer, age of 80, above than 80, who got a vast knowledge about agriculture, and also is a consultant of the ashram farms on our orchard, and then me. He come to know my stories. In one of the farm group meeting, usually the land allotted by FAMC, but that should be recommended by the farm group. In my case, it's a different, that it is swap. I give about the land which was managed by me, belongs to Auroville. I'm handovering back, but FMC take the responsibility to allot me. It is unusual, but it's something new thing they did. I requested 8 acres, they gave only 4 acres. Under the condition is, if the land is being used in better management and increase the productivity, after 3 years of evaluation, that they will allot me another 4 acres. That's okay, I agreed that conditions. But when my professor called K. Mahadevan, when he came to see me, he asked me that, are you really interested to do this agriculture? Yes. And he asked me, are you ready to invest 3 lakhs? I told him, immediately at one go I can't, but in spaces I can do, stages I can do that work. So he's accepted, then he tried to teach me about agriculture, how to do about it when the land have nothing. Only bushes was there. from the beginning, from 0 to 100, that he taught me everything. A student who go to agriculture college to study, even he would not have that experience on being practically working in the field, which I got the chances. That every evening at 5 o'clock, I will be his house. Our theoretical classes goes on for 2-3 hours there, and I come back, then I implement in the land. The next day I have to, what I have been implemented, what is the result it was, and I have to report back to him. And he will give the other guidance what I supposed to. So like the class went on from the soil management, water management, plant management, disease management, environmental management. So everything he has been taught me how to do. Also that land which needs NPK, the basic nutrient, there are trace elements about 32 which we have to bring inside, inoculate, and what has to be done that he taught me. If he wouldn't come to teach me this agriculture, I would not come to a succeed farmer. I would have been like others having a random knowledge, and it's not in scientifically how to go about it. I came very successful farming, and within the acre, even though 4 acre they given to me, it's only 2.45 acre I can bring into cultivation. Others, rest is their coconut and mangoes and access and houses, things like that. What he taught me, it's in mind that self-less action, no attachment with your activities, devotion and dedication, and be strong. The first thing what he told me is be strong in agriculture, but any circumstances, situation, these agricultural activities are related with the environmental and ecology. Some reason that you may get into disturbed by this environmental ecology, for example, storm or rain or things, you may have to lose your crop, and don't get into panic. You have to be strong and start next activity immediately. So I said, yes, definitely. Then it became very successful. We succeeded, and we made a project to submit to the FAMC for approval. We are supposed to become a sustainability with 5th year, but within 3 years that we became the sustainability. In our project, it was written very clearly, it is farming activities. When the successful comes, then we go into catering activities to make a farm food, land to table. We already written the project. So once this is completed, then we go into training program. For the knowledge which he is giving, he wants others to know. Because he came to Auroville to do this farm assessment. In Auroville, they had a project to do 5-year plans. So he's been invited by the Aurovillian to do this existing farm evaluation report. In that report, what he has been told, the people need a more knowledge on agriculture. It's lacking. They have nice lands, but need, and the production, it's not sufficient. More production we need now. Then the project is collapsed. It didn't continue anymore, cancelled or whatever was happened. So he left, and he was being in Pondicherry. He come to see me first beginning for 3 years. He comes even sometimes almost every week, or otherwise slowly changed into visiting farm once a month or twice a month, or sometime after 2 months. But he get a report from me, update reports. That's why he will be proud to say himself, I know I am in Pondicherry, but I know exactly what's happening in Sustenance Farm, where is what. That attitude which I got myself, that without his knowledge, even I'm not able to just pull it up one grass. So I went in that way, make it clear vision about him, about what's happening in the farm. Then he came able to give me proper lesson what I'm supposed to do. Our relation went on very nicely, but unfortunately he passed away only a month ago. But I feel that if you haven't continued to stay another 10 years, the project which I have taken now, with the support, with his support, that will be more strong to continue and make it successful. However, that I will bring successful, no problem, but what knowledge he has given to me. So these are the things which is went into my life right now that I've been taken assessment, assignment is to collect, to look all the land which has not been utilized for so many years, bring them into food cultivation for present and future. Maximum land can be utilized, and this cultivation method will be a collective farming systems. The farmers who are interested to do this farming activity, they will be gathered as a group, depend upon parcel of the land available, club them into 4 or 3 or 2, not one single. These people, every individual will get 5 acres of land. These 5 acres clubbed into 3 people 15 acres, 4 people 20 acres. They will get all infrastructures to do the farming activities. For cultural operations, they get one maintenance, and also they will get a budget to do this work. This project already been submitted to the FAMC. They are working on it for approval. Soon we get their approval, we will work. This is one thing what I've been talking about. My life journey, where it went on in outerly, it's only external work, external development which was happened. But the base to succeed every aspect which I've been traveling, going through very hardship, that inner consciousness is much more important, which is the development which is happening. I always used to say that it is not Ramalingam who does this. Ramalingam is a tool. Or internally, there is a spirit which is, we strongly believe on Mother. The divine energy is that within us. The divine energy will manifest only when we have no attachment with any of the materialistic lifestyle. Every time there is a human error is there. In my error in myself, I found it, that is the way I speak, which disturbs others. Even I speak good things, I don't know how to express in soft way, whether make people to understand. But the way I speak also little rush, speed. People don't understand sometimes. And I also come to know many times that even yesterday also it was happened to me. One of my friends tells me, you both are shouting. No, we are not shouting. The same language that we are speaking in Tamil, little louder and speed. People who don't understand the language, they see always the expression, they both are fighting. But the meaning they don't understand. So this happened in the whole my lifetime. But I have not taken it very serious about it, but at the same time, I have wanted to correct myself. So I always realize that the success comes from where? This is what I said, especially Ramalingam, when you step into any activities, how the success come. And I told them when I started this farming activities in Sustenance Farm, they gave only 3.5 lakhs only they gave for farming activities. The rest they put into infrastructures. But doing this hard work there, we managed to bring one of the best farm for protection and to be a predictive model. The reason behind is that what my professor taught me, that he never taken any paisa when he gave a knowledge to me. And that's what he said. I'm a well-wisher, and also I'm very much attached with mother's activities, and I'm being an officer in Pondicherry. And he wants to support me. So they are always say about you do the divine work. That is what we return our in the canteen. The food is served here as a prasad. Please don't waste the food. Not in the mind of the cash values. So this, he said, and also he said, keep the prices a minimum. The food what you serve, that should be affordable by the local farmers when they pass by. Don't put the board outside. That brings a tourist inside and your quality of the food will go away. So all he taught me, be consciously connected with the work of the mother, what she wanted. So this part, still it goes on my activities, but what is the inner development, what I've been achieved in that one? And naturally it was happened to my life. I was so scared to marry anyone. I don't want to marry anybody. I was thinking it that she might become against my aim to be in Auroville. Then sometimes I found somebody who was associated with ashram activities. And I said, okay, this person will be good. Okay, I married, I have one child, but after that I found, no, human being, everybody also needs something. And what mothers thought to the people, teach the people to live in this project to achieve, it is for every individual inner progress. To have this inner progress, we should not have any attachment with the material. If we don't have that, if we don't follow that, we end up nowhere. We will have a constantly problem. That's what she brought, a very good method she brought. The one who wants to live in Auroville to be a willing servitor of the divine consciousness. If I want to be in divine consciousness, do my activities as a karma yoga, I should not have an attachment to anything and I could not accumulate in my personal need. And she has said the simple life. Unless I go into simple life, I cannot be connected with the divine activity, divine. Impossible. That's where I will go on an ashram, take these songs or his mantra or the book written by a saint in Tiruvannamalai Arunagirinadar 600 years ago. The song, it's very clearly mentioned about it, how to be connected with the divine. And that's what Mother has been told, how to be. So, and also, where is the divine? The lyrics I'm going to sing right now in Tamil, but see whether people can understand. He has written very clearly. நீ வேறு நாதிருக்க நான் வேறு நாதிருக்க நேராக வாழ்வதற்கும் அருள் கூற நீடாசடாதாரத்தின் மீதே பராபரத்தை நீ காண்கேனானை சொல்லருள்வாயே. The saint he written the songs that he demands. It's for everybody. If I sing, it's for me. It's you sing, it's for you. What it says is that divine and me are not separated. Divine in me and you, or I and you are together. All our actions comes outside. It's the benefit of the same divinity on everyone's. So there is no separation of ourselves. This is the problem today, the mindset that I and you, no, we. That's what Mother wanted. We together. One moment I was thinking about also, the development of the inner consciousness and also to others is to start from individually. It's fine, you can start individually if you can able to realize who you are. If we are not, it's very difficult. Then they start I and you, we and they. So we is to understand the divine energy in you, we expect the same thing from others. You respect yourself, you also respect others. So loving nature only can bring together, not by ordering to anyone. If people are not understand about it, give a chance to make them to understand. Not to impose that what I have, what I found. This was my problem, which early days, what I'm seeing that's perfectly all right, and what I say that's what Mother wanted. It's what you do, it's wrong. You people are not living according to Mother wish. That's not my work actually. The divine work should happen by itself or make the people to understand. It's an early mistake what I did. That's I'm coming to realize myself and try to change myself and try to do my work and perfectly live accordingly our Mother wanted. Maximum, not even 100%, at least 20% what she asked me to be the material manifestation. So material manifestation will happen only when we have given up this ambition into material lifestyle. Even most of the time I say to my wife and children, you may have certain vision of your lifestyle that may not suit into my lifestyle. I'm not living the material lifestyle towards the future. I'm more in the present. Be in a consciously lead my life towards to whatever I want to do. If you have an expectation of something that any father can bring material support to you, means that I'm not the guy. I'm sorry. Of course, I realized I did a mistake. But after doing that, only I realized I did a mistake, that I shouldn't have the wife and children. It's too late. But I lead them. I show them direction. You can go, you can get. But life, it's not ending with the materialistic. A material ambition never brings satisfaction. So satisfaction is become dissatisfaction, bringing disappointment. Disappointment will bring sorrows. Sorrows bring the illness. Illnesses bring up a death. That's the only end. But when you start to work for divinity, divine work for people, and you include yourself with them, that joy, how to say, there's no word to express about it, the joy what you get inside. So much excitement, whatever the age is, it doesn't matter, but the inside, the energy what you get, it's one should get into that and then to analyze it, then you'll understand about it. But still I'm learning. But very much I'm learning because I got a chances to read his lyrics to find out what it say about it. and that support me my life to be here. And also, when the success comes into every my action, that I always say to people that it's not because of Ramalingam. It's a divine work. She's with me, and she see what I'm doing it, and she give the direction to me, and she gives support to me also. Even recently, the new project of collective farming project, which I had in my mind for many years by seeing that land. Something very interested to see a collective way of living, because I lived earlier when I came to Auroville. That happiness, that joy which we had cannot forgettable. And I always say very strongly, it should come back. We all worked united towards her wish. It's not her wish, it is our wish actually. We put that, mother wanted to do that. For who to? It's for us only. It's actually our project it is. Material manifestation should happen, every well-being. It's towards the human cycle actually. We are today with the knowledge of the mind. What mind says, we do that. And there are people who are connected with the soul inside. They can analyze this. What mind says, what your soul say about it. And then you connect with the both and bring it towards what mother wanted, towards the evolution, what's going on. The next stage of the mankind. It believes very much it will be supermind. So in order to go in that line to get the supermind, we have to be ready in physically and mentally. When this is going to happen, it is dependent upon the participant people, how they are sincere to keep this project run smoothly to the divine work. That will happen. However, it's going to happen individually, but mother said collective is most important. So if you all focus on that line, we can receive this very short time. So it's all up to us. Auroville today is the project which has given to us for every well-being who have been participating in this project for their welfare. So this is what I learned. I undergo through experience till that I'm going to be here. But very interesting. First of all, when I came to Auroville, that's also, I do not know anything about it. Only some people told me, but this is life realization when I go through this exercise. Not that easy. A man who married, have children, that's not that easy that people can understand. As an Hindu, some lifestyle that the father has to look after the children, some children's need is very difficult, but sometimes also get blamed. But strong willpower, what we have to bring that to the family. Also tell them that you are here. You are not some simply just you come like that. There is an invitation by knowing or unknowingly. If you just quietly think about it, then you will understand about it. To do this work of the mother, what she wanted us to do. So focus on that line, and you will get your own experience. Be an experience, you will realize what you are supposed to do. I have my personal conversation with my son, and he listened and understood very, very often, and he said yes, yes, yes. But still, every young have ambition in life that he want to do this, he want to do that. So unless that he go through that experience, and he never going to another direction, he still will have lacking of that. It also happened to my life with my son, very much interested to go after his college education to be motorcycle riding, became a bike racer. Even you can see daytime you're riding bikes, motorcycle very speed. We told them already, every time you have some lessons, be careful. So he's going to be complete in studying in Coimbatore recently. He participated in one of the racing program in Coimbatore. He got some lesson there. He fell down something, and also see the people who are there, how many years they practice, and what's the motorcycle they have and everything. Since he's come back, he don't open any more about the topic at all. So he realized, he told me, this is not possible to just start today and tomorrow to win this. It's a long practice from the childhood. It has to come on parent support and to concentrate, and all comes. But they where I am in looking after due to my age, 23, and within that is become after 23, it seems it's going into adult stage for different age group to participate. So he realized that it stopped. So that is where it is. Every individual doing any activities, when he comes with a personal experience for realization of this, what he want to do, then he make changes immediately. He made changes to change his lifestyle. That is what I see my son. But my work is started long ago to every activities, how does it going on. And I try to be more connected with the community, with the divine. I see all members who are being in Auroville as a member, it's a divine work. Here also there and also outside, people are living outside, they are not able to realize what's a divine work, but here we can able to see, we people have come for that work. Whatever we have a difference of opinion, but we are still, we have that aim to do. But first thing is we need to understand what is the project, what is Auroville. Auroville is not abstract somewhere, it is in you, the way you live in Auroville, and the life that you lead in Auroville, it's called Auroville, but it's the inner progress the most important now. Your participation, how far you understood about Auroville, what the Divine Work Mother wanted us to. Then if we can begin to change in that, also feel about it, to understand and make a progress and no attachment. I do have that long time that when I say something, I look forward always that to be sanctioned, granted, that's correct. Now myself I'm changing slowly, even though there are some push from inside. What's wrong with that, your presentation? It's all good only, it has to go that way only, what's wrong with that? But then I just put one word, if that's a correct, let it get sanctioned. If that's not correct, leave for some time, take back, no argument, no fight. So if you are feel exactly that divine work that what you've been carry out, automatically get sanctioned, don't need to worry about it. If not, then it will delay. So if it is delay, it means it takes some more time to get ripened, then it will be sanctioned. Should not get into personal attachment, get the worries and sorrows of that which was not happen. Give her more time. So in that way that I'm still learning how to even, first of all, to learning how to be in the group and work in the group, which I was not doing in all my life, because standing position of always, I'm the right, you are wrong. And I always say about, if something wrong, you tells me. If you can prove that something I do wrong, that nowadays this is what I say, if you say something, if you feel something I'm doing wrong, whatever it is, you tell me, this is wrong what you do, then I just analyze with that and I make an apologize or correct myself. So maximum I trying to control myself, not to disturb others. In that way, that okay, but still. So our next stage is now we have successfully brought the food canteen called Akshaya Farm Kitchen to provide food lunches from 12 to 4 o'clock. Anybody comes from Auroville 4 o'clock, where is the food? Go to Sustenance Farm, there is a food. So 4:30 we keep opening, we are serving a simple food. So from that stage, we want to go to one more to teach agriculture to the young people to become more farmers. And also we want to teach the food processings. What I think right now, it's the project which we have taken up now for collective farming, which is going to bring lots of food. So if we depend only the people who are here to consume, still there is more food is there. Once we have larger food and we'll have to go for a processing system. If it is a milk, you make a cheese and many more products and give it to the people. And if it is a fruits, you make a dehydration and then keep stock and supply to the children. So don't need to worry about the foods. So right now it's very difficult because managing these farms and its disposal of their its produce, it's need a lot of cooperation from the community side. Still is lacking. So the method what we are bringing up slowly. Any farmers to go collective farming system, that their mind will be removed from this produce and sale. That should be removed slowly, and people bring to work together with the group which was need, especially farming sectors. Every farmers right now independently working, and there is no collective way of doing anything. And also it says buy and it's produce and sale, bringing different mindset of attitudes, create more problems, and we are focus and to take out from that one and put into collective farming systems. But it's a big task. We have been lived in this kind of life more than 50 years. Now we try to bring up people to more centralized. Now their activities also to more in collective way. But we leave this to the mother because we see she has to lead this project in such a way, get successful and make people to. I'm interesting to see here that there are already 20 people have been open for this. I told them one thing, be careful. Land is given to you, but you are not the steward. And the land given to you for collective farming system. You are not only 5 acres yourself, no. So when you put in things in collective, its return becoming very much larger. When you take it individually, so much effort goes only to protect your individual 5 acres, but revenue will be less. There are many infrastructures we'll have to create in that way. It is not possible, I said. We have to come back. One practical issue right now, it's about, let's say, 4 people get into 20 acres and 1 bore well, 1 tractor, it's okay, we can keep. We much more even planning to have that even 1 tractor for even 50 acres, plan such a way that 1 tractor works. But right now, how we are farmers, there are big farmers, about 5 people, I think 5 or 6 people, they have everyone's tractors. The tractor work only minimum time, then you don't use it. So the resource been saved when you have a collective farming systems. We don't need to accumulate more tractors once enough. So I believe this project will go successfully, and Auroville will merge and come back again to the life of the collective system, collective way of living, where this individual lifestyle has to go away and bring back again the communal lifestyle and sit and speak openly to share, which is lacking right now in Auroville. A lot of things which has been spoken behind, if that consciousness will not help the project to go the wish of the mother how it's supposed to be. First of all, we'll have to understand each other to be and make a progress. The inner change is most important than the external ones. I always used to say my son, when he go there to put an application to become an Aurovillian, he was asking question he did not able to understand. What is spiritually and materially? I gave a simple answer to him. For example, we in Sustenance Farm create all assets inside. It's called material. Spiritual, if tomorrow authority tells you, leave, go away, that's a spiritual. You have no attachment. You have to be ready any time. If they ask you to leave, leave. Otherwise, that word which it says, the life that we grow here in Auroville, material and spiritual development, no meaning at all about it. He understood immediately. So wherever we are there. We should not have an attachment. So things people to realize, then we will have no problem. Joy. See, somebody came and told me, not even tell me that they went there simply marking, then where I have a kitchen, marking a radial road. I said, what are you doing here? We are marking the radial road. Oh, okay, very good. So I see this one. It is a progress of my activities. One way I support them, road. I don't want to block them. Second, that activities, I have to reconstruct the kitchen, another place. It's promoted to 100 people to sit inside eat. Now we are only 40 people can sit or 50 people, not more than that. So I see always when we participate with the global functioning or community functions of development, and it's always benefit to people to bring other activities, other things, which is promote itself. I immediately told them that, all right, you make your road, I can shift. I am here, I am nowhere, no one here. I don't have any authorization. That's what I say. To live in Auroville, one must be willing to serve travel divine consciousness. Auroville belongs to nobody in particular. In what is a particular that I have authority to block or to resist anything, the activities which has been going to carry out by the centralized people, development groups. When we have to participate, even I did a mistake. Sorry, this is my mistake I did. I don't want to object to that. You can go ahead. That cafeteria right now there is not constructed by me. It was did by earlier with already people who have sold that land. They built a watchman house. I'm in such a way that in the watchman house, the minimum investment, I can bring a dining hall to eat. Where the areas where we're sitting only, we did temporary ones. But the main cooking areas, they built it already. So I said, I don't have any attachment in that. If you do it, I can cooperate. Even I went for a few times to meet the Down Development Committee and put my things, even written email message. I'm willing to cooperate, but tell me as quick as possible that when the roads are going to come, because all my renovation activities have been stopped now. I don't know, they also told me don't spend money. So things going on smoothly. So this shows from my side is that I'm here to the divine work and collaborate with the community, not for myself. And also we predicted our lifetime is a very shortened. Within the short time that what we can achieve, not even 100% mean you go into 60, 70% achieve according to mother how she wanted every participant to be in Auroville towards to their inner growth. for the next stage. So it's all up to every individual of involvement. In my way, I'm very happy and I'm very proud being here in this project, doing the work of the divine work is actually we're into that. And also, yeah, many more things that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramalingam.